I told my family if my daughter can't come to Christmas, they'll spend every holiday wondering what she looks like. My daughter Ren is 5 months old. My older sister Colette and her husband Graham have been trying for a baby for 6 years. 4 rounds of IVF, 2 miscarriages, and a surrogate that fell through. When I told my family I was pregnant, Colette hugged me and cried. Mom pulled me aside after and said those were not happy tears. A week later, Mom called asking me to keep baby updates out of the group chat. Colette's 4th IVF had just failed, and she was in a dark place. I understood. Then Mom said don't bring up the nursery when Colette visits. Then don't leave the ultrasound on the fridge. Then wear something that hides your bump at Easter. Each request came wrapped in the same sentence. You know how badly she wants this. When Ren was born, Theo posted one photo of her sleeping on his chest. Mom called within the hour, saying Colette saw it and didn't leave her bedroom for 2 days. She asked Theo to take it down. He did. My parents didn't come to the hospital. Mom said they were staying close to Colette because Graham was traveling and she shouldn't be alone. They didn't come the first week either, or the second. Colette and Graham moved in with my parents after the last IVF drained their savings. That's when the rule started. Dinners were fine, but no baby. Mom said it was temporary. 5 months of leaving Ren with Theo and sitting across from my sister without mentioning the biggest thing in my life. Colette would ask how I was. I'd say good. Busy with work. She'd nod and stare at her plate. Then the group chat pinged about Christmas. Mom planned the whole thing. Matching pajamas. Her famous Wellington. The works, she added. Same arrangement as usual for the little one. Theo was flying out that morning to help his mom recover from knee surgery. I typed, Theo's gone Christmas morning. Can I bring Ren? No one to watch her. Mom replied fast. Honey, we talked about this. Colette is finally making progress. Let's not risk it. My aunt added. Can't Theo leave the next day? I explained his mom needed him post-op day 1. Mom wrote, then maybe we do your Christmas the weekend after? We'll save you a plate. I read that 4 times, then typed. I've hidden my daughter for 5 months. I've smiled through dinners pretending she doesn't exist. If Ren can't come to Christmas, you'll spend every holiday wondering what she looks like. I'm done, Colette replied. What are you talking about? What dinners? Mom sent 3 messages telling Colette not to worry and to call her. I muted the chat. Christmas happened without me. I saw photos on my aunt's Instagram. Paper crowns, wine glasses, everyone at the table. My chair wasn't even set out. 3 weeks of silence. Then a Saturday morning knock. Colette on my porch, mascara streaked, holding her phone. Can I see her? I brought Ren out. Colette held her without speaking. She kept brushing her thumb across Ren's cheek like she might disappear. Then she sat down and said something that made my chest cave in. Mom told me you asked for space after Ren was born. That you didn't want me around the baby because of everything I'd been through. Colette, I never said that. I know. I read the group chat. She told me you needed distance. She told you I couldn't handle it. She kept us apart for 5 months and blamed each of us to the other. Why would she do that? Because she couldn't fix me. She couldn't make the IVF work or the grief stop, so she managed everyone around me instead. Controlled who I saw, what I heard, what I knew. She paused. She threw out a card you sent me after the last miscarriage. Found it in her desk drawer. Opened and resealed. 4 total. Yours. Graham's mom's. 2 from friends. All opened. All hidden. I felt sick. Colette looked down at Ren and said, I wanted to tell you something for months. But Mom said you weren't ready to hear it. Graham and I got approved for adoption in October. We're matched with a birth mother due in March. My sister had the biggest news of her life, and my mother made sure I never heard it. I asked why she didn't just text me. She said Mom told her I'd changed my number. That night Mom called screaming that I'd gone behind her back and upset Colette. I said Colette came on her own and I know about the cards. She went quiet and hung up. Last week, Colette and Graham signed a lease 6 minutes from my house. Yesterday Dad called, not to apologize, to say Mom was protecting everyone and when could he meet Ren. I told him I'd think about it.